Hello, and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about one of the most crucial processes involved in getting and staying pregnant, and that is ovulation. I put a poll on my Instagram asking what people are struggling with the most, and the number one thing was ovulation. Long cycles where ovulation is hard to track, completely anovulatory cycles, or back and forth. Sometimes you have ovulation, sometimes you don't. And so I figured this was a perfect opportunity to talk about why you might not be ovulating and what you can do to try and encourage your body to naturally start cycling so that you can start timing it so that you can try and get pregnant. Because if you can't ovulate, you cannot get pregnant. As a reminder, I'm Bianca, professionally trained chef, certified holistic nutritionist, and fertility diet and lifestyle coach, and I help you get and stay pregnant, and I hope that what you learn in this video helps you do just that. Hormone balance is essential to ovulation. If your hormones are not balanced, you will not have healthy ovulation, simply put. If your estrogen and progesterone are out of whack, say your progesterone is very low and your estrogen is high and bullying your progesterone down, which leads to long, heavy, painful, hard to track ovulation cycles. If you do not have a nice balance of estrogen to progesterone, your progesterone has the ability to fight back, your estrogen is nice and well managed, then ovulation will always be faster than you. And so what you need to do is think, how do my hormones balance best in my body? And that is in a body that is free from things like inflammation. Your cortisol is well balanced, because when cortisol is off kilter, it has a trickle down effect to your other hormones, your sex hormones primarily. And when you understand how to balance your blood sugars, something that we talk about in the first module in the fertility blueprint, when you understand how to balance your blood sugar, you pave the way for really good hormonal balance, because when your body and your blood sugar is balanced, that's systemic. And what that means is that it's going to take the pressure off of your cortisol. It's going to take the pressure off of your liver, and therefore allow your body to actually naturally balance its own hormones, and therefore you ovulate better. So many people that do the fertility blueprint report to me that when they finish the blood sugar module, their next cycle, they're like, it surprised me. I usually have all of these symptoms leading up, and this time I didn't. And that is because of the hormonal balance that you achieve when you simply balance your blood sugar. Also, when you think about ovulation, ovulation really depends on nutrient absorption. If you are eating food and it makes you gassy, it makes you bloated, it makes you have diarrhea, maybe constipates you, maybe it just gives you a stomach ache. All of that is pointing to a lack of nutrient absorption. If your body reacts to a food, it cannot digest all of the nutrients in that food, and it certainly can't sort of divide up the nutrients in the body. It's not prepared, and it's not able to do that because it doesn't have the resources. And the first step that you have to think about when you are thinking about your gut health and how your gut is responding is what's happening with your blood sugar. Because if you are eating and you are having a glucose response and your cortisol goes up and you go into a fight or flight response, that's going to rob resources from digestion and nutrient absorption. In the fertility blueprint, in the gut workshop, we talk about how you stack the habits on top of one another. You first understand how to balance your blood sugar, and then you stack gut health things on top of that. Because when your body has a really good metabolic balance, so whole body, your cortisol is lowered, and you're also absorbing your food better, what that means is not only do you have better ovulation, but you now have better egg quality. Because here's the thing. Fun fact, if you are ovulating, but you are ovulating poor quality eggs, you might still end up with the same results. And so you want to be thinking front and back. You want to be thinking, how can I attack and understand all sides of the coin? Blood sugar will help you understand how to create a beautiful environment for ovulation. But understanding nutrient absorption is going to help your body cultivate really good eggs, really healthy eggs, so that when they move into the process of ovulation and you go to try and get pregnant, that you have success because the egg quality is there. Now, as an aside, you also want to make sure you consider the sperm quality, but we're not here to talk about that. So when you are thinking about ovulation, and if you are having a lot of anovulatory cycles, if you are having a hard time tracking your ovulation, then you need to ask yourself, how are you supporting these two areas? And I will often ask people, I had a client and I said, what's your digestion like? And she said, fine. And I'm like, okay, well, do you get stomach ache? She's like, well, sometimes. She's like, I sometimes get bloated, but maybe once or twice a week. And it's like, we have to look deeper into that, because that is where we might be able to explain the unexplained when it comes to fertility. So when you want to ovulate, you have to ask yourself, what is happening in these very important pillars in my body, my glucose, my blood sugar, that balance, and what is happening with my nutrient absorption. If you can do the work to refine your habits in those two areas, you will see not just your fertility baseline improve, your ovulation improve. You will just feel better. You'll sleep better. You will have better skin. You will have less painful cycles. Like, your quality of life will improve in process to baby. And that's my goal for you. I just want to reiterate that you want to be thinking about doing the work from both sides, because getting yourself to ovulate is just one side of the coin. And if you aren't ovulating, yes, we need to do some things to help your body ovulate better. Balancing your blood sugar is the number one way to do it. But we also have to make sure that the egg that we are ovulating is one of good quality. And how we do that is through understanding what's happening in our gut as far as nutrient absorption. Getting and staying pregnant, yes, you have to ovulate to get pregnant. You just do. But you want to make sure that what you are ovulating is of good quality. It's two sides to this coin. So instead of just asking yourself, why don't I ovulate? You have to ask yourself, what is going on in my body that could mean that my body is not prioritizing reproduction and things like ovulation. And once you get to the bottom of that, that's when the magic can happen. And that's what we do in the Fertility Blueprint. It is the pregnancy prep program that everybody deserves, because it teaches you what to eat and how to eat it, so that you not only improve ovulation, improve implantation, improve your egg quality, but you feel good while you're doing it. And I hope you check it out. If you're not ovulating, it's probably for a reason. And the reason likely lies in what's going on with your metabolic baseline, your gut health, your liver health, your stress, your inflammation, and areas like that. And so once you are able to delve deep into understanding and implementation in order to support those areas, that's when you'll not only ovulate better, but you will cycle better. You will just have better fertility overall. And so I hope that through this video, you understand that it's not just about ovulation. It's also about the egg you are ovulating into that process as well. So I hope that you liked this video. I hope that you learned something. If you liked it, please share, please comment, and of course, please subscribe. I love having you here, because I hope that what you learn helps you understand that you have so many things that you can control in this process. It can feel very powerless when you are dealing with sometimes years of unexplained infertility. But there are ways to put yourself back in the driver's seat, and this is one of them. I'll see you next time.